Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss forfeiture of shares. Forfeiture of share means sometimes some shareholders may fail to pay their installments on the shares subscribed by them. Installment means maybe they may fail to pay allotment money or any call monies. So in such a case, company will forfeit their shares. Forfeit means cancel their shares. So due to the non-payment towards the shares subscribed by the shareholders, company will cancel those shares is known as forfeiture of shares. So simply we can say that forfeiture of share means cancellation of shares due to non-payment of allotment money or call money. So it is the it is the cancellation of the share, non-payment of allotment money or call money. So in that case, the company will cancel their shares and they will not be no more the shareholders of this company. So there are some strict procedures to forfeit the shares of shareholders. Company has to follow some kind of procedures. So these are the procedure of forfeiture of shares. First one, memo to the shareholders. Whenever a shareholders make default in their payments, whenever they fail to pay the allotment money or call money, the company should send a memorandum to the shareholders remaining that they I mean you haven't paid your allotment money or call money. So company should send a memorandum to the defaultee saying that the default in their payment. Then after that, the company can send notice to the shareholders mentioning that your shares will be forfeited due to non-payment of allotment money or call money. Then after sending notice, company has to pass a special resolution in their meeting, in their general meeting, in their company's meeting, in their board of meeting. They have to pass a special resolution to cancel these shares, and after passing this special resolution they will be forfeiting their shares or cancelling those shares on this on that shareholders fail to pay the payments. Then after forfeiture, the company has to send information of forfeiture to the shareholders saying that your shares has been cancelled. And next procedure is to remove the name of shareholders from the list of or the register of shareholders. Then transfer of forfeit amount to an account called forfeit account. All the amount paid up by those shareholders will be transferred to an account called forfeit account. You have to remember that whenever a company forfeit the shares of shareholders, all the money paid by shareholders on that particular share is not need to be refunded. Company can take that amount. There is no need to refund the amount of forfeiture shares. Whatever the amount paid up by the shareholders can be taken by the company itself. So these are the procedure for forfeiture of shares. Then next we are moving to the accounting procedure of forfeiture of shares. So whenever shares are forfeited, all entry relating to the shares forfeited except those relating to premium already recorded in the accounting process must be revised. That means all the journal entry which we have done in the process of allotting or their shares should be revised. So that's why all the entries will be revised means we have to debit the share capital account, or we have to do the reverse entry for the all the journal entries which we have done. So at the time of forfeiture of shares, we have to consider two things: whether the shares issued at premium or par value. So the forfeiture will be different in those cases. So when the shares are issued at par, I hope that you know what is par. Par value refers to issuing the shares at a price equal to its face value. So whenever the shares are issued at par, and if the company want to forfeit the shares The company has to follow this journal entry. The journal entry is share capital account data to forfeit account data to allotment to calls, etc. So let's analyze this journal entry. So see, share capital account is debited with the called up amount, the total called up amount. Usually, whenever we are allotting shares, we'll be crediting share capital account. So now we are going to cancel all these shares. So in order to cancel those shares, we need to debit share capital account with the called up amount. Then next, credit share allotment or share calls if there is any unpaid amount. Sometimes company will be forfeiting the shares of shareholders due to the non-payment of allotment money or call money. So any amount which have been called and which is not paid by these shareholders should be credited here. And later all unpaid amount will be credited here. Later all paid up amount toward these particular shares, if there is any, will be transferred to an account called share forfeiture account. So here share forfeiture account is credited with all paid up amount. Let's see an example for this. So here we got one problem. Just read out this problem. Honda Limited issued 10,000 equity shares of 100 each payable as follows: 20 on application, 30 on allotment, 20 on first call, 30 on second and final call. Where 1,000 shares were applied for and allotted. They got full subscription. And one more information is there. All money duly received except first and final call on 1,000 shares held by RAM and company. And company decided to forfeit those shares. So here there is a forfeiture of 1,000 shares held by a person called as RAM. So first of all, we need to receive the bank application amount. So bank account is to share application amount 10,000 shares into 22 lakh rupees. So as you know the usual things, so I'm skipping the usual things, share application, transfer, allotment money, due and receipt. I'm skipping everything. So here I have completed our usual journal entries. Application money received and the application money transferred to the share capital account. Allotment money made due. Allotment money fully received. Then first call made due. Then we are going to receive the first call, but we won't get the first call money of these 1,000 shares. So there will be a call generator. So as you know, we can do this call generator in two ways: by opening call generator account and without opening call generator account. So here I am doing without opening call generator account. So the journal entry will be bank account ledger to share first call. Bank account ledger to share first call. So here actually we have to receive 2 lakh rupees, but we won't receive because there is a call generator of 1,000 shares. So we won't receive first call on these 1,000 shares. So 20 into 10,000 shares is equal to 20,000. So we will get only 1,80,000, and the remaining 20,000 will be treated as call generator. You can deal with this call generator in two ways: with opening call generator account and without opening call generator account. So here I am not opening call generator account. And the next case is to make the share final call due. Final call account ledger to share capital. Share final call account ledger to share capital account. So amount on final call is 30. So 3 lakh rupees will be the final call due. But while we receive the amount, we won't get this 1,000 shares amount. So bank account data to share final call account And we're going to share final call. Actually, we have to receive 30,000, so 3 lakh, but we want to receive on these 1,000 shares, that is 30,000 rupees. So the remaining balance will receive as 2,70,000 rupees. So here we can see that there will be a debit balance in first call and final call. There will be a 20,000 rupees debit balance in first call and 30,000 rupees debit balance in final call. That will be the calls in arrears. So here calls in arrear is 20,000 arrear. Here there is 30,000 arrear. So we have to deal with this arrears while we forfeit those shares. Now we have completed all the entries. Now we have to forfeit these 1,000 shares. So whenever we forfeit shares, first of all we need to cancel all the amount to the share capital toward this forfeiture. So now we have to forfeit 1,000 shares. So in order to cancel share capital, just debit the share capital account. Share capital account debtor total hold up value. Hold up value. What is the called up value is here. The company called the entire 100 rupees. So the called up value will be 1,000 into 100, that is 1 lakh. 1 lakh rupees the called up value. Next we have to debit share forfeiture account. Sorry, credit share forfeiture account to share forfeiture. And we need to transfer all paid up amount by this Mr. Ram to towards this share. So all the paid up amount, here we can see that he didn't pay the first call and final call. That means he might have paid application and allotment money. So we need to credit the application and allotment money on this 1,000 shares to the forfeiture account. We need to credit that paid up amount to the forfeiture account. So we need to credit the forfeiture account with the paid up amount. The application money 20, allotment money 50. So he might have paid 1,000 into 50 rupees on 1,000 shares in the form of allotment and application money. So 50,000 is the paid up amount, and he didn't pay this first call amount 20,000 and the final call amount 30,000. So both amount is to be credited here to share first call account and to share final call account. Share first call, there is a collision area of 20,000 because he haven't paid. Share first call is 1,000 shares, 1,000 into 20, and here final call 30 into 1,000. So this is the case of forfeiture. This is the unpaid value. So this is how we forfeit the shares of default shareholders. So here Mr. Ram didn't pay his first and final call money. That's why the company forfeited these shares. So in order to forfeit the shares, company what did company cancelled his share capital of rupees 1 lakh, and all the paid up money by him transferred to the share forfeiture account, and all the unpaid up amount is credited to respective accounts, I mean first call and final call. So this is the case of share forfeiture. Then there is in another way, it is the case when we have an opened share calls in arrear account. If we have opened calls in arrear account. So the next case is if we have open calls in arrear account. So if we have open calls in arrear, so here we got one problem. Just